Hello everyone, it's Bill from CambodiYeah. I previously recorded this video and there was very low volume, so I'm redoing it so that you can actually hear what I'm saying. So on my previous video, where I was talking about how to determine if you really want to move to Cambodia, I started doing some deep reflection of my own and doing some deep soul searching and really figuring it out because my initial reasons for moving back to Cambodia were very kind of based out of fear and survival. Just like, you know, where am I going to be able to retire? And while that's an extremely valid reason all by itself to move to Cambodia, um, just having that one reason may not make for great longevity of being there. It may not be enough all by itself to make me stay. And I'd like to stay. So I did that soul searching and I realized that the questions I need to ask myself are what do I want out of life? And will Cambodia fit that? And it turns out it will. What I want, first off, is I am an explorer. I love to explore. I love checking out different places, different cultures, meeting people from different places in the world. I really love checking out the natural beauty of different areas. And Cambodia certainly has a lot of that. I like learning languages. I love trying all the different foods around the world. I love learning the history of different places, and I love exploring like abandoned places and ruins and temples and stuff like that. So Cambodia definitely has a lot for that. I also want to share my experiences. I like to share the world with the world, show people what the world is really like. And I'd like to kind of make a kind of travel show. I've always kind of wanted to do that, and I'd like to do that with this channel as well. Once I get back out to Cambodia, after I've been there a few months, I want to start doing occasional trips out to different places. I'm not going to do the digital nomad lifestyle. I'm going to live in Siem Reap. But I still want to take a couple weeks at a time and go to Japan and check out Osaka. I want to go to Laos. I want to go to Vietnam, Malaysia, Philippines, Thailand, like all over. I just want to explore different places and share that with you. And I also want to write about travel. My current employment, I'm a freelance writer right now. And I've always wanted to be a travel writer as well. And this will allow me to do that. If I just stay at home, well, I can't afford to travel. Therefore, I can't do travel writing. So, if I live in Cambodia, I can do that. I want to live in a friendly, less toxic culture that's more laid back. And American culture is just very kind of aggro and snarky and mean. And well, let me put it this way. A friend of mine commented that Cambodia does not have social rewards for shitty behavior. And in the United States, like one-upping people and being selfish and like all this reality show drama, all this backbiting and arguing all the time, and people are just really uptight and looking for anything to debate about. The politics here is just toxic. And just culture in general here, while there are wonderful people, while there's a lot of good, we have a snarky, yucky culture, our media culture. And I am not wired for that. I've never understood it, even from a very young age. And yeah, it's just not for me. I'm not wired for this kind of culture. And Cambodia is a lot more fitting to me because it's friendly. The people are sweet and generous and relaxed. And you don't see like people just arguing about every little thing all over the place and being selfish and just grabbing what they can and screw you. And, you know, it's not competitive like that. And so yeah, it's more for me. I never want to be cold again. I want to live somewhere warm year round. And well, Cambodia certainly has that. Even though I live in Arizona, it's one of the warmest places in America. Even the winters here are a little cold for me. I need to be warm. I can't stand being cold. I want to spend a lot of time in nature. I especially love being by the ocean. And while Siem Reap is not near the ocean itself, I can always go down to Sihanoukville. And while I understand it has kind of like this party culture thing, and like casinos and all of that, well, there are still beaches there where you can get away from that more or less and just kind of take in the beauty of the ocean. And that's what I plan to do. Um, I want to support myself doing the things I love. And I'm hoping that eventually this channel and my other writings and just the content I make in general can support me all by itself. That's my biggest dream for all of this. That would be wonderful. Until then, I've got my writing gig, and I will do that. And I figure if other people are making it on YouTube, why not me? You know, we can all hopefully do this. And I want to be able to afford to be able to retire. I am not going to be able to do that in the United States. I don't have savings as it is, really, and everything has skyrocketed in price. There's no way I'm going to be able to afford to retire in America. So I may as well go to Cambodia where I can actually save up and live comfortably. And when I get old enough to collect Social Security, I can just do that there and live off of that. And then what I've saved up between now and then, I have extra for travel as a cushion. So it's a smart thing. There's people who are much more well off than I am and have their shit together way more than I do, who are doing this for similar reasons. And hey, if they're doing it, it must be valid, right? There's also reasons that have to do specifically with Cambodia itself, and that are not just what I want out of life, but things that I miss from being there last time. There's the bum gun, a little spray gun you use in the restroom to clean yourself off. It's just so much more hygienic and efficient, and it's better than paper in pretty much every way. And I don't know why that kind of thing isn't common in the States. Maybe because it does make sense. We don't like to make much sense. Pagoda cats. A lot of people will drop off cats at the pagodas because they can't care for them. And I love cats. I love animals in general. And so I can go to those places and just be able to hang out with the cats. And there's a lot of dogs around too, and I love dogs just as much. However, you do have to watch out in Cambodia because there are packs of feral wild dogs who can be aggressive and they do bite. And so it's kind of a hit or miss when you meet a dog how it's going to be. So I just kind of give them some space, and then if they seem sweet and friendly and want to be pet or something, then I'll pet them. Fresh farm to table food. The funny thing is in America is there's this concept of farm to table dining, usually at way overpriced restaurants. And food in general in the United States is way overpriced and overprocessed. And that farm to table is a dining concept that affords a premium. Yeah, that's weird. It should just be the norm. And in Cambodia, it is. You go to the wet markets and all the food is really super fresh, really super cheap, really super delicious. Can't beat it. Safety. I have never felt more safe in the United States anywhere than I did in Cambodia. I've also heard from several women that they feel way safer in Cambodia as well, and that's saying something. And yeah, just any city I've lived in the United States, there are many areas where I just won't go out at night. In Cambodia, the only areas you really have to worry about is if you go way out into the countryside at night. You just kind of don't want to be there. But the cities themselves, like when I was out late at night, I'd take a tuk-tuk home or just walk home. I didn't fear for my life, like ever. It's so much safer. There's a sense of community that I really love. Among the Khmer people, they're just sweet and friendly and generous. and smiling. And of course, yes, because there are humans, there will be assholes, but they are the minority. And like I said before, that kind of behavior is not rewarded. So most people are really relaxed and cool. And also the expat community in Siem Reap. While expat communities can have a lot of jaded people who learn to hate the place they live and they just want to troll people and just kind of be dicks, there's also a lot of really cool, friendly, sweet, helpful people in the expat community in Siem Reap. When I lived there before, and Dave from Dave Does Cambodia helped me out, and we became friends and hung out, and it was awesome. And I've seen the videos from Claire and Jeremy from For Real, and they just seem like really sweet, helpful, kind people as well, and they'd probably be wonderful to have a pint with. Also, Kelly from Autumn in Asia, he seems like a really cool, laid-back guy as well. And there just seems to be a lot of nice, sweet expat people in Siem Reap that I haven't seen as much in other places. So there's that. That's a big thing. It's nice to have kind of a safety net of people who can give you advice at the very least. And then finally, the laid back pace of life. I really love a more mellow, less hectic way of living. I'm terminally mellow myself, and going around and things taking a little bit longer to do, that's fine with me. I'm a relaxed person. It's not people rushing around and honking at each other and shaking fists and road rage and all of that kind of crap. It's like just more relaxed. I love it. So, yeah, going back to Cambodia is actually going to be good for my entire life. My next video is going to be about airfare and dealing with the airports, the airlines, the flight itself, everything you're going to need to know to get a good ticket, a cheap ticket, and just make the whole process of getting to Cambodia on your flight as easy and nice as possible. Something more practical than just my thoughts and feelings. So I would love it if you would like and subscribe. I hope Cambodia treats you well when you get there. And take care. Bye-bye.